I again referenced every lexicon I have available to me, and did not find a single one that would allow for Shoebat's interpretation of this passage. When Walid Shoebat says a Greek word, quote, can also quite naturally mean something else, he needs to give some significant reasons to believe him, especially considering that the reference material disagrees with him. Shoebat, in an attempt to justify his translation of Revelation 13:18, says that the Restoration Scriptures True Name edition translates the passage in an almost identical way as him. That leads us to a pretty interesting story. The Restoration Scriptures True Name edition is a translation put together by one man, a Messianic author and pastor from Florida named Moshe Koniuchowski. Koniuchowski has many sermons that preach almost verbatim the theories of Walid Shoebat, including Shoebat's Mark of the Beast theory. In fact, I started to expect plagiarism on the part of Shoebat when reading over Koniuchowski's material, since it was written long before Shoebat published his books. Then I discovered the Simon Altoff connection. Simon Altoff was a member of Koniuchowski's ministry team at one time and heavily influenced Koniuchowski's end times teachings. Walid Shoebat was a good friend with Altoff in the early days of Shoebat's ministry. In fact, they wrote a book together called This Is Our Eden, This Is Our End, which is now out of print. 2 years before Shoebat's book God's War on Terror came out, Simon Altoff wrote a book called Islam, Peace or Beast about the Islamic Antichrist doctrine, which included the exact material on virtually every topic Shoebat covers, including the Mark of the Beast material that later appeared in Shoebat's book. Simon Altoff accuses Walid Shoebat of plagiarizing his work in an article on his website, and the two are no longer friends. Altoff's book was published originally by Your Arms to Israel Publishing, which is Moshe Koniuchowski's ministry. Shoebat has since accused both Altoff and Koniuchowski of being, quote, cult leaders, which practice polygamy and bad doctrine. And it should be noted that both Altoff and Koniuchowski do not deny that they practice polygamy and seem quite proud of that fact. So, to sum up this point, Walid Shoebat, in an attempt to justify his translation of Revelation 13:18, points us to a self-published Bible, which he admits was written by a cult leader that he personally knows. In addition, Shoebat himself clearly influenced the translation of Revelation 13:18 in Koniuchowski's Bible, either directly or, if you believe Simon Altoff, Altoff influenced Koniuchowski with the exact same arguments that Shoebat would later steal from Altoff. Either way, this is an absolute mess, and Shoebat does not gain an ounce of credibility for his decidedly awful translation of Revelation 13:18 by citing Koniuchowski's Restoration Scriptures True Name edition. The following video presentation is a chapter from my book, The Islamic Antichrist Debunked, a comprehensive critique of the Muslim Antichrist theory. You will find links in the description section to the paperback and Kindle versions. You can also get it for free as an audiobook on Audible. If you sign up for a free trial on Audible, you get to keep the audiobook even if you decide not to continue the